Almost 3 hours back, we promised the SDO that we are gentlemen, we are peaceful, and we have never meant any violence. I want to congratulate you for being very civil, because we do not intend to cause any trouble. Our idea is to make our point heard. It is now more than a month that we have been on strike after having notified the government about our dissatisfaction with the erosion of the common law. Since our inaugural conference of the common law lawyers on the 9th of May 2015, that was followed by the declaration, which was a reminder to government on the 13th of February 2016. Thereafter, we had no response, and we have issued a series of communiques to the President of the Republic because his Minister of Justice has arrogantly and recklessly refused to listen to us. We have never been called to any dialogue. We have filed the matter in the Constitutional Council, and the Constitutional Council has decided to be slowest on it. I am sure the next thing they will tell us is that their hands are tied. We have come to the public because we are the ones starving. Because we are not going to work, it means we are not making money. We are fasting. But we want the world to know that it is by such sacrifices that true democracy is established and sustained. There are a number of things we have decided. After carefully analyzing the situation of the common law, we found out that the only way we can protect the common law is to have a Cameroon common law bar. Understand me clearly. The common law bar is not a contradiction of our membership of the Cameroon bar, so long as we are respected in our aspirations. I say this because we have young advocates who are undergoing training. We want them to graduate. We went to court today. They refuse us to enter the court. If they refuse us from being common law lawyers, that would be a visa for us to exit. And do not worry. After the launch of the common law bar, we are going to establish mediation centers of that bar across the common law jurisdiction. So whether the courts are open or not, we shall take our clients' cases and do mediation. It will be cheaper, and the parties to dispute will come out friends. And we want to make it very clear that many other civil society organizations have indicated their support of our action, our peaceful action. CATU is particularly mentioned here with TAG, the Taxi Drivers Union, the Professional Drivers Union, and we thank them immensely for it. And I will not stop from saying that the entire public of this country, even our Francophone colleagues, they have given us their commendation for making sure that the country does not die from a heart attack because of a blood clot. Their blood started clotting, and we decided now to take children aspirin, which is this street demonstration. I want to give a special thanks to the security officers. It has never happened in this town. They have been very, very, very gentlemanly. You can see that they have acted like the police in Britain, like the police in America. No gun will show. Now, gentlemen, my advice is that you retire very peacefully to your law offices and to your homes. Our guests, the members of ESCO from Manu, from Meme, Kupe Manenguba and Dian, from Fako, and those from the diaspora, that is Douala and Yaoundé, we are teaching you to know.
Hi, I'm Bless. I pitched a story on the protests taking place in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon because I want us to have a platform where we can discuss the issues raised by the protesters and look for a way forward. I'm in the stream.
That was Bless Eyong, a member of our community, asking the stream to cover the protests in his country, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. For months, minority English-speaking lawyers, teachers, and students have been striking over what they say is the dominance of French in their institutions.
France and Britain controlled parts of Cameroon until 1961. Now just 2 of the country's 10 regions speak English. Students, teachers and lawyers there say that not enough educators and judges speak English. Materials are often available only in French and job opportunities are limited.
Protests recently turned deadly when government forces shot 4 people involved in the strikes. The government says it acted in self-defense and is open to discussing the challenges faced by Anglophones.
Here to help us talk about all of this, we're joined by TCHIROMA Bakari. He's the Minister of Communications for Cameroon. He also joins us from Yaoundé, the capital. Eugene Mfongwa is the editor of the Standard Tribune. He's also in Yaoundé. Harmony Bobga Mbutun is the president of the Northwest Lawyers Association, one of the groups that has been leading the strikes, and he's in Bamenda. That's the largest English-speaking city. And Amarine Bafoun is the founder of El Citoyen. That's a blog for civic opinions and activism. She's in Dakar, Senegal. Welcome, everybody. For somebody who's outside of Cameroon, they may find it a little difficult to understand what is going on between English speakers and French speakers. Harmony, if you gave me one concrete example of how English speakers are at a disadvantage in Cameroon, what would it be?
Actually, there is a construct that is politically motivated. We cannot be talking about Anglophones because that is the construct of the French-speaking Cameroonians on us. We are talking here about 2 entities that came into an experiment to have a federal union. And the bigger part, that is the Republic of Cameroon that had independence on the 1st of January 1960, maneuvers its way to frustrate in the first constitutional experiment talks in Fumban.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for talking to me at this short notice. I would like to start by asking you to introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And my name is Mr. TCHIROMA, Minister TCHIROMA, for having been a minister for 4 years in my country. I am an engineer by training, married, and I have three daughters. One is doctor, and 2 others are very well skilled and qualified, and they are abroad. So, and I have been an MP, member of Parliament, now former minister, and well, I am dedicated and devoted all my time now for the improvement of the life, of day-to-day life of Cameroonian in Cameroon, and within the democratic process which is in place in Cameroon today.
Okay, sir. One of the things that you've been highlighted recently is your firm backing of the memorandum that was published on the North. Can you tell me what are the salient points that you people raised in this memorandum?
Well, the memorandum is the outcome of a policy which was conceived in 1983, in 1984, after the abortive attempt of coup d'etat. As you know, most of those who engineered the plot were Northerners. When they foiled the plot and they conceived a policy which consists of ostracizing, marginalizing the Grand North. And today the situation became so unbearable, so inhumane, that the Grand North became a time bomb for this country. Me as a politician, as a citizen of this country, aware of what is taking place here and there, I accepted to be part of the team that wrote the memorandum to let Cameroonians in particular and people of good faith all over the world to know that we are marginalized. We are being punished for 22 years. And now we are fed up and we say that enough is enough. We have to make it out that clear and out that you have to know what is taking place in the North. And when we conceive and publish the memorandum, nobody can deny one single line of what is written in this wonderful document. So we did it to let you people know that something is going wrong in the North. And if this time bomb is not defused at due time, you should never be surprised tomorrow if something wrong starts from the North, because really people are desperate and destitute.
Now, so you say that this memorandum sprang from the abortive coup d'etat. Do you think that it is some sort of punishment for the Northerners for trying to overthrow the present regime?
It is a conviction. You spend some few days in the North. Unfortunately, you haven't had the time to visit the hinterland. The North is in such a disarray, in such a destitution, that no organized people in this country could accept the hardship, the dire condition in which the Northerners are today. I mean it. I speak it clear and loud that the situation became unbearable. If because some Northerners at any given time took the arm, all of them have been arrested, court-martialed, executed. All of those who at any given time were in charge of a parastatal company, all of us, we were arrested. Let me remind you that I spent 7 years, almost 7 years of my life in prison as a political prisoner. So this is a collective punishment which is being implemented, enforced in the North. This is not a guess. This is a reality.
Okay, so on the ground, people would say that those of you who presented the memorandum you're all former ministers.